What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good start to the week. We're about halfway through, so lots of opportunity to take advantage of already this week. Hope you guys are kind of getting after it, and yeah, just hopping on for a quick little 30 minutes here. I'm gonna answer any questions you guys got about selling on Amazon. And yeah, if you haven't already checked it out, make sure you check out the 4-hour long free course I posted on YouTube. Literally everything you need to know is all in one YouTube video on my channel. So no excuses to not know what you're doing if you're kind of serious about making some money on Amazon this year. So let me know in chat who we got here first today. But yeah, lots of opportunity to take advantage of. I was on a call with some of you guys last night, diving into some profitable items. Lots of good stuff. And then there'll also be Valentine's Day coming up soon as well. So if you're trying to get kind of limited time opportunity, then Valentine's Day will be a good opportunity for that. Your local retail store, your local Walmart, that kind of stuff has a lot of the like seasonal candies and that kind of stuff that you can FBM or try to get listed on Amazon as soon as possible. Lots of kind of like seasonal limited time opportunity with any holiday, and there'll also be a bunch of sales from that. Still lots of good opportunities to buy some stuff as well, but kind of keep an eye on that if you're wanting to squeeze the temporary holiday demand as well. What up, Malik? I'm good, man. Hope you're having a good one. What's up, Ahmad? You keep getting auto denied, George. Yeah, so just open a new case and rename the file. That'll help. Yeah, sweet. And for those of you guys on TikTok, drop any questions you guys got. I'm also live over on YouTube. Been selling on Amazon for about 6 years now. Done over $5 million on the platform. So any questions you guys got, would love to help out. Just buying and selling lots of name brand products that people already purchase. No ads, no buying from China, none of that. Right? Just kind of simple reselling, buying stuff that scales as easily as possible. Let's see, when switching your seller account instead of personal. So yeah, so it's still the same process as far as ungating goes. You'll just buy those products to whatever business entity is on your seller account. So if you're trying to get, like when you guys are trying to get those ungaged, just make sure whatever is on the online invoice matches what is on your seller account. And they will, that's what they'll be looking for to make sure that it's actually you that purchased that, and will approve you to sell those big name brands. Yeah. What's a baseline ROI I usually look for? Yeah, so usually I'm sourcing for at least like 30% return on investment. Sometimes I'll go slightly lower if there's like no returns and it sells really fast. And the flip side is also true. If it's like a product that might get returns or I'm not super sure about it, it's a little bit of a slower seller, I might look for 60, 70, 80% ROI, that kind of thing. Sweet. So a bunch of you guys hopping on TikTok. If you guys want to hit the like or whatever, that helps me out. And then also drop any questions you guys have about selling on Amazon. And then if you're trying to learn for completely free, I have a 4-hour long free course on YouTube for you. So no reason to spend thousands of bucks on overpriced courses and that kind of stuff. You can learn for free on my YouTube. It's just Fields of Profit. Yeah. So drop any questions you guys got. Let's see. Yeah, Xavier, I did about 2.5 million last year. How do you handle returns? So customer will buy an item. It goes back to Amazon. Amazon either says, hey, it's fine, goes back to your inventory, or they say, hey, a customer damaged it, goes back to you. A lot of that stuff I ship back in. I clean it up a little bit, that kind of thing. And if I can't, then I'll sell it on eBay, basically. And you just basically price it in as you're sourcing. That's why it's important to make sure you're actually making money. Make sure your ROI is solid. You're sticking to 30, 40, 50% ROI every time you're sourcing items so that you can afford any mistakes that Amazon makes or returns and all that kind of stuff. How do you start? So sell name brand stuff that people already are buying. So here's an example I've been showing. Bought it at Ross, for example, $10. You can also buy a bunch of stuff online. I buy the majority of my stuff online from like big websites and that kind of thing. You could start with like $1,000, $2,000, somewhere around there. You're just buying name brand stuff that already sells. I use an app called SellerAmp to scan the barcodes, and I'll even do it on my phone here. And that tells me what the product sells for on Amazon. So let me quickly scan that. So you can see I scan the barcode and it shows me, it's a little hard on YouTube, but you guys can see it over here. It shows me what it's selling for on Amazon. So this is selling for $25 and it makes $5.60 profit per unit. And then you can just buy and sell as much of that as possible, right? Sorry, YouTube, so it's hard to show you guys the screen. It doesn't want to show up, but that's the gist of it, right? Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. So just kind of buying and selling as many name brand products as possible. And for you guys who are trying to get started, dive into the free course I made on my YouTube channel, Fields of Profit. There's a 4-hour long free Amazon course for you guys. Let's see. Yes, let me know what you guys got. If you ship to a prep center, address on the invoice will be their address. Yeah, Malik. So if you're shipping to a prep center, then the billing address will be your business address. That's how mine is. Yeah, that's how mine is. Absolutely. Is the jewelry market saturated on Amazon? I don't sell too much jewelry, but it seems like you have like jewelry in your profile. So if you're like actually creating your own jewelry, that sounds cool. I just resell stuff that already is popular, basically. So I've definitely sold jewelry on Amazon and made lots of money doing it, but I don't create my own listings or anything like that. How do you control PPC costs? So you don't need to spend on PPC or ads or anything like that, just because the products that you can sell on Amazon already sell. So yeah, the point of selling name brand stuff is that it already sells on Amazon. You don't have to buy any ads, make listings, create products, anything like that. You just buy and sell stuff that people already want to sell. When do you delete listings? Yeah, good question, Kim. So delete listings that you never plan on restocking. And if you're worried about that the brand might kind of like file IP complaints or anything like that later down the line. The majority of listings I'll delete after 60-ish days after I'm sold out if I don't plan on restocking it. Let's see. You're buying direct from a brand. You gotta stop spamming the question, my friend. New seller, not. Yeah. So anytime you're buying products from a wholesaler, retailer, online, whatever, you can get ungated with that invoice, just as long as Amazon trusts that wholesaler or retailer, that kind of thing, right? So that's why it's like easy to get ungated with like Target or Walgreens, because it's big retailers that Amazon definitely trusts, right? Let's see. Buying cheaper or selling for higher? Both, Britt. Yeah, buying as cheap as possible, and then you sell it as high as possible. Yeah, that's the point. You have to get ungated for groceries. So you have to get ungated to sell most brands and categories on Amazon, Leslie. But you can buy 10 units from any major retailer. Make sure that your info is on there matching the seller account, and then you submit that to Amazon. Yeah. How long did it take you to start seeing money? Started July last year. So for me, I had like $1,500 when I started, and I did about 100,000 in my first year, just because I didn't have very much money. So I had to like kind of gradually build the snowball up. And then my first million was a little over 2 years into the business. Yeah. And honestly, it's way easier to hit those numbers a lot faster now, because there was no good free info out there back in the day. There was like all the software that I use now literally didn't exist. And so it's way easier. Some friends of mine have hit $1 million in less than a year on Amazon. If you're working hard at it, you can definitely do it. Just keep in mind that making money in general is hard work, right? So if you are starting something that actually works, expect it to take hard work, right? It's not passive. It's not free money like some people try to pretend, right? Let's see. You listed the first product, even though you have lowest price. So the buy box rotates, Wesley, between sellers who have the fastest shipping speed and the lowest price or near the lowest price. So you're probably like FBM on a listing with a lot of FBA sellers, or you like your FBM template is kind of slow, something like that. Your FBA orders could be on back orders. There's a few reasons. Let's see. Produce yourselves and sell online. Yeah, cool. Yeah. That's why I like selling stuff that already sells. There's way less like build up, right? Like there's already stuff that as long as you can buy it cheap enough, you can flip that. Do you use FBA or FBM both, Britt? FBM to start, because as soon as you get the item in hand, you can ship it directly to the customer via FBM. And then after you kind of prove that it sells, you can send a whole bunch more to FBA, because generally you'll make more sales as an FBA seller. Amazon just tends to give more sales there because it's faster sales, and you get Amazon's customer service. So they tend to trust FBA sellers with more sales typically. That's not always the case, but yeah. Yes, Ahmad, yeah. We found a decent product, asking for 100. Just submit 10. That's what I've been doing on those. If it's asking for 100, it's been working. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, not sure, Andy. Luckily, there's still like a couple thousand other good brands you can sell. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're trying to get like your documents to pass and that kind of thing, just look up the supplier and make sure it's like a major supplier. The only thing that's typically not going to work is like small mom and pop wholesalers or tiny retail stores. The rest of it should work, and that's basically just for ungating. As long as you can prove that your products are legit, it'll work for documentation too. When did you start making a profit? You're about to start getting into it. Work full time, have a toddler. Yeah. So there's a lot of guys that do this like part time with a job. They have kids, that kind of thing. A good interview that you might want to look up is you can search like Nick Fields of Profit chief right there. He has a full time job, kids, that kind of thing. He does like 100K a month. So he had some cool insight onto how to scale with a busy life. For me, I started making a profit after like a month or two. The overhead is really small, right? Like you're paying for SellerAmp, you're paying for Keepa, you're paying for Boxem, and the Amazon seller account, right? So that's pretty much all the overhead. It's not like a traditional business where you're spending, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 just to get started. So you should be profitable as soon as you're making sales, really. Absolutely. How much were you spending every day sourcing products and you hit your first million? I don't really remember, because that would have been like cumulative. That would have been right around probably like 20 or 30K a month on products, and I was just kind of gradually working my way up. Basically was doing 20 or 30K a month in sales, just flipping name brand stuff. And then as soon as I started kind of getting out of the comfort zone, talking to some other Amazon sellers, kind of figuring out what other people were up to, I was sharing what I was up to, kind of exchanging a lot of info on what we were kind of doing together. Then I went from like 20 or 30K to 160K a month in like about 6 months. And right around there is where I started hitting, $1 million or so. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see, Gregor, you said it's telling you need permission to sell it. Yeah, I mean, it could be that the ASIN just went gated or something like that. I'm not sure. Need to dive into all that specifically. What was your first product? I sold books first. Yeah. So I just sold like used books that I already had laying around the house. Bought some used books at the thrift store, that kind of thing. And that's just because like 6 years ago or whatever, people were trying to charge like $2,000 to tell you how to get ungated, and they would charge you $2,000 and it would be a 1-page PDF that tells you exactly what I've talked about, or you just buy 10 units. So it was like literally people scamming each other. So that information was like gate kept, so it took me a little bit longer to source until I put it out on YouTube like 4 or 5 years ago, and then hopefully made some of those people mad because it wasn't really out before I started making a lot of those videos. How do you avoid paying sales tax on orders? So you can submit a sales tax permit. You could sell a sales tax permit. Just look up sales tax permit New York or whatever state you're in. What do you remember the book? So my first sale, like genuine first book that I sold, was like a diet cookbook. Sold for like $13. I probably made like $4 after Amazon fees or something. But it felt like I was rich. But yeah, just kind of selling anything you can. Yes, Ahmad. I already told you yes multiple times, my friend. Let's see. What brands do you recommend for beginners? So as a beginner, there's a lot of brands that you can get auto ungated to sell. So stuff like 32 Degrees, Stafford, J. Crew, Athletic Works, and then open up SellerAmp on those products, and you can see all the other products that those sellers on those listings are selling. And the products that they're selling are going to be also either easy to ungate or auto ungate, just because by the nature of them selling one auto ungate brand, they're probably going to have some other ones. Did fees just drop? The fulfillment fees went down today, yeah, because we were paying higher fulfillment fees during Q4. So yeah, there's some good Amazon news for you. Yeah. How do you find out about meet and greets to show you the Amazon sellers? So yeah, good question. So just get involved in like free groups, that kind of thing. So yeah, where do you start? So get involved in free groups. If you guys are on TikTok, in my bio, go to the Amazon Launchpad. It's a free course with a free Discord. Kind of start getting involved with the conversation. People will be talking about what networking groups are going, or what networking events are going on, that kind of thing. You can meet some other people who are kind of taking it seriously as well. There's also a free course in there as well, so you can kind of learn for free. And then just prioritize buying something and selling it as fast as possible. It's going to be really easy to try to overanalyze every last step of the business when the only thing that grows your business is buying and selling products, right? So prioritize buying and selling as soon as possible. You're going to make some mistakes. So you might as well make some beginner mistakes earlier than if you study for 3 months or 4 months or whatever, and then you still hop in and obviously you've lost some growth and you're still just a beginner, right? So prioritize making sales as fast as possible. How much do you need to invest to make 2 to 3K a month? So in sales, like $1,500. And profit, the way you can break it down is typical ROI is about 30%. So let's say you spend $100 on products, you're probably going to make $30 in profit. So then now you have $130 and the snowball keeps growing, right? So if you're trying to make 3K profit, then you're spending 10K on products generally, right? And that's just kind of like how the numbers work there. Are you taking pictures of your items? So yeah, you don't have to take any pictures because the listings already exist. Yeah, you just look up like you'll just punch any of the ASINs or UPC product title into Boxem, BOXEM, and then you'll just list on those listings that already exist, basically. And yeah, you'll be able to sell on there. Let's see. Should you try it? I mean, yeah, if you're if you're willing to do the work to build a better life, then yeah. If you're expecting like passive income or all that, then probably not. Let's see. You got the program ended up getting an Amazon sales. Nice. Yeah. Glad it was helpful. Do you have to have an LLC? You don't technically have to have one. I didn't start with one just because I was a broke college kid and I didn't have any house or family or anything like that to worry about. If you have personal assets, it's probably a good idea though. That's kind of a personal / CPA decision to make. Have you tried TikTok seller? A little bit. I've been selling on Amazon for so long. There's no reason to leave something you're already good at. The big thing, like a lot of people who never end up making money online, is they're jumping around from different opportunities all the time. Pretty much everything works. Some things might be slightly easier than others, but just stick with something that you can see your personality type doing for a long time. And that's the real key. There's no like perfect business model or perfect way to make money online. Just pick something that you personally enjoy doing and can see yourself doing it for a long time. Let's see. Main apps you use Boxem and SellerAmp. I probably want Keepa as well. Yeah, so Boxem, SellerAmp, and Keepa for starting software there. That'll do like your product research, and it will do like product listing, sending into Amazon, track and profit, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of up to you, Logan, to hit crazy profit goals. Just keep in mind like basically whatever profit number you want to hit, you probably spent 3 times that on products to hit that. So if you're saying you want to make 250K, you've spent 750K on products to make that. And obviously I don't figure you have around $1 million in cash sitting around, in which case keep doing whatever you're doing. And that's fine. You can build up the capital to get there. We spend well over $100,000 a month on inventory now. And I started with like $1,500 a while back. Just kind of start building a snowball, and you will, as you progress, you'll also realize how insane what you're doing is, and it just feels so normal. Like you're just loading up the computer, spending $5,000 on makeup. It's like, oh, okay, it was an okay day, or stuff like that, right? It just get things that are insane now will feel very normal, and that's just kind of part of progressing as a business owner. Let's see, sourcing products under 50K. Yeah, go for it, Malik. You'll typically. You're just fine. You'll be skipping products for no reason because you can still sell good products that are like 150K bestsellers rank. Even though they sell slower, you might as well make profit. So in the early days, like a lot of people get way too picky with what they end up buying, and they end up buying way less money than they actually have. And eventually you'll have more products to buy than money. Right now you have more money to buy than products because you probably you're not fully a master at product sourcing yet. So don't be too picky in the early days, and you can get picky later on when capital is a problem. Otherwise, you're going to have $100 in the bank that you just spend nothing on. Obviously, can't grow. $100 in the bank that you spend on a product, you're like, okay, this is decent. Maybe you end up making 20-25% ROI, and you're not thrilled with that. It's better than zero if it's sat in the bank, right? Yeah, absolutely. Sweet. You got Ungated with Target. Nice. Yeah, glad that worked for your revelations. Yeah, sometimes it can be very random what they accept and what they don't. What's a good amount of money to start with? $1,000 or more. If you have less than $1,000, then start selling anything. Any used products you have sitting around the house, sell on eBay a little bit. Sell used books on Amazon, anything like that. And you can build up your capital pretty quick. Let's see, trying to ungate a chocolate brand. Amazon's not accepting the invoice. Buy from like Target, Walgreens, Vitacost, iHerb, any major retailer, and then just keep submitting as long as the information on there is correct. Like it matches your seller account. You bought at least 10 units, kind of the stuff that Amazon's asking for, and you keep submitting, and they'll approve you. Let's see. Yeah, I got you, man. Glad you're coming through. Yeah, you can ungate Gap with the Gap website. Honestly, yeah, that's the best thing to do. if you can buy directly from the brand's website, generally that tends to work the best. Let's see. Are books still a decent way to get profit? Yeah, they're a good way to start. It's just not a good way to scale in the long term, because the problem with like books and used stuff is you can only buy like one item at a time, right? Or maybe a couple items at a time. If you're buying name brand stuff, you can clear the shelf off, or you can buy the website out, buy everything they have, that kind of thing. Just a little bit like when you find one opportunity, you find a lot more profit per opportunity you hunted for, basically. Explain the fees. You see a lot, but you're not taking in. Yeah, so fees on Amazon are going to be about 30% of the total sale price, and that's what you pay for Amazon to ship to the customer, for them to find a customer for you, and to do the actual product fulfillment for you, like the customer service, all that kind of stuff. About 50% of every dollar you sell on Amazon is probably going to be around your cost of goods sold. So if you spend $10 on a product, you're probably selling it for 20 or more if it's like a nice and profitable one. And then the last like 20% or so is generally going to be profit. Between like 15 to 20% will be your gross margin. Do you have a course? So you can, up in my bio, there's a free course you can check out. And then also everything you need to know, especially like all the basics. You can check out Fields of Profit on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel. There's a 4-hour-long free course. There's also shorter free courses as well if you don't want to watch a 4-hour-long video. But that video has literally everything in it. And then obviously there's more like advanced tactics and that kind of stuff that are in some of the paid resources. But all the basics, you can get to 10K a month just watching YouTube videos. Let's see. Live streams help. Got you, Malik. Yeah, good. You always get good vibes, man. Glad you're coming through. Yeah, not sure what trouble you'd be having there. Kalu should be pretty easy. Yeah, the free Discord, free community, all that kind of stuff is up in my bio. What's the name of the YouTube video? So if you look up Fields of Profit free course or Fields of Profit 4-hour free course on YouTube, you'll see it there. And then just drop any questions you have on those videos. As you watch it later on when I'm not live, that kind of stuff. And then I always pop in there and answer any questions in the comment section as well. But yeah, all you guys on TikTok, check out the Fields of Profit on YouTube if you want to kind of learn everything for free. Found a product that Amazon's the only seller, but there's profits. You try and purchase it. Yeah, so if they're sharing buy box, that can be good. So check the buy box statistics on SellerAmp, and you'll see like a pie chart. And if that pie chart is sharing, it shows Amazon getting sales sometimes, and then other random like third-party sellers getting sales sometimes, then it's a good sign. If that pie chart is just a solid wall of Amazon, then they don't share sales. And it's just kind of part of selling on Amazon. They can hog sales on the listings that they want to, basically. It's only Amazon. Yeah, okay. Just avoid that then. Yeah. How to request brand approval. So you just buy 10 units of whatever brand you want to sell online. Whenever I'm ungating, I'm just using an invoice for something I already found profitably. So I'll go to Walgreens or something like that. I'll source an item profitably. I'll see that I'm gated in that brand. And then I'll use that invoice from the profitable product I already found and submit that to Amazon. Yeah. How do you find products that will sell? Yeah, so look at the storefronts of people who are already selling successful products. So for example, this is a product I found the other day at my local retail store. There's also a bunch of products on, online clearances, online sales, that kind of stuff. Open up the listing, go onto SellerAmp, and then click on any of the storefronts on there, and you'll see everything they sell. And then that's called reverse sourcing. So you can kind of get a really good idea of the products that other sellers are having success on, and then you basically trace those back to any website on the internet that might be selling that item. Ideal profit is 15. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 15-20% profit, 30 to 40% return on investment. Sometimes it'll be a lot higher than that, but that's kind of like the baseline is what you'll want to look for. Have you used drop shipping? So drop shipping is against Amazon's rules, especially if you if you are drop shipping, let's say like it's a product you list on Amazon and then you ship it from Walmart direct to a customer on Amazon, that's against the rules. There's a lot of people that are kind of have gotten banned for that, and that's been against the rules for a long time. Let's see. What are you profiting? So I shoot for about 10% net margin after everything. And that's because I have a team that does like the product sourcing. They buy all the products, they ship all the products for me. So I'm just kind of helping train the team. Giving them the credit card, they go spend it, that kind of thing. But that's obviously a long-term thing. Like after you build a legit business out of it, I was working really hard in the early days. When you're kind of a one-man show, you'll make 15 to 20% net margin. You can pay pay some of that margin to buy your time back, basically. And that's the decision I made. Other people are down to work really hard and sell a ton of money, sell a ton of products on Amazon. That's kind of their philosophy. I like, freeing up time to spend time with family and all that kind of stuff, right? Unfortunately, there's a lot of fake pages of me out there. This is the only one. If I DM you asking about Bitcoin or who knows what, it's not me. And just check out the YouTube videos. Just go do all the stuff there. I'll take it as a compliment that people are trying to pretend to be me on social media. How many hours a day do you typically spend working? So these days, less than an hour on Amazon. A lot more, kind of working on software and making videos and that kind of stuff for you guys. But yeah, less than an hour a day on Amazon. And that's just because I've hired a lot of it out. In the early days is working really hard, right? Definitely full work days in the early days. That's just because I had the time to do that. You don't have to spend a ton of time building your business. Kind of work as hard as you want to. But I was willing to work really hard in the early days, just kind of fast track the early growth process. I know you said you got a job and a kid and that kind of thing. So just whatever time you can afford to spend, man. A lot of people with jobs and stuff, they'll just set aside a certain hour, a certain 2-hour period at the end of, after work, after they put the kids to bed. It's like, all right, this is my hour. I'm building my business. I'll get whatever I can get done, taken care of, and they're happy with that. Count is still 200. Yeah. So after you've been on Amazon for a little bit, that'll start going up, Malik. So account health score goes up 1 point every 4 sales. Any starting product ideas? So yeah, Gina. So on my YouTube, I've sourced a ton of products live. So look up Fields of Profit sourcing on YouTube. And you'll see a video of me like actually just ripping through products, showing products that you can buy and sell. Don't specifically buy those products, but you'll kind of see how to source products. And then based on the things that I look at in those videos, it'll be really easy to kind of replicate that sourcing method and do the same thing. All you guys if you joined recently on TikTok, Fields of Profit on YouTube, I have literally everything for free for you guys. 4-hour-long free course, some mini courses, how to do product sourcing, ship to Amazon, all that kind of stuff. It's all on YouTube. Yeah, I got you, Gina. Yeah, just let me know if you have any other specific questions too. So I just resell brands that already sell right now. Private label is good too, though. It's just kind of I just like reselling right now. It's been working for me for a long time. You have a profitable item. I'm not sure if it's 100% the exact same item. Yeah, good question. So you can usually verify if a product is the same looking at food and vitamins. It'll be like the nutrition label. You can check the nutrients and that kind of stuff. Or if it's clothes, like you're talking about, check the fabric blends. Usually there'll be like specific things you can compare from the Amazon listing to the website where you're sourcing it from. Let's see. What if you can sell the product cheaper than Amazon? If you can undercut Amazon, and generally I want to see a history on that, the chart that they will let people undercut them, because sometimes Amazon will just follow any price. I would test order like a couple units of that product. It sounds like, if I were you, man. Does Amazon need all your receipts, everything you sell with them? So you want to track it all. You don't have to submit it every time you send something to Amazon. But just in case they ask, or a customer, files a complaint, they thought it was in used condition or something like that, make sure you have all the receipts tracked, or if you're buying stuff online, it's going to be all in your email. And then if Amazon asks, you're going to have that. And you can use online receipts. You can use in-person receipts. I see a lot of people say you can't. I've been using them for 6 years. I've beat like potential account suspensions with them. Like, you can use those documents. Just take kind of if you want to like take good care of things, I'll have a spreadsheet where you mark down everything you bought, and then also put like the order numbers there. So if you get any account health issues, you can just search that product identifier, search the ASIN, then you'll see all the order numbers, and you can just pull all the documents really easily from your email. Let's see. You weren't listening to fees drop. So fulfillment fees did go down today, and peak storage fees are down too. Amazon fees are a little bit lower today, which is always good. Yeah. They go up a little bit during like the holiday season, and we are out of it now. Just keep submitting. Yes. Yeah. So online receipts will work. Yeah. In-store receipts don't typically work. Let's see. Yeah, you don't need that, Lisette, just because SellerAmp and Keepa are how you'll do all the sourcing for like reselling products. That software is decent if you do like private label, basically. Which you don't really need to worry about that. And Keepa and SellerAmp together are a lot cheaper than that software too. Yeah, so SellerAmp and Keepa for sourcing products, and then Boxem, Boxem, is how you like ship products to Amazon. You'll track your profit, do analytics, all that kind of stuff. So you like actually know what's working in your business, and obviously create the listing, ship products to Amazon, that kind of stuff. Let's see. How do you get reviews from customers? So customers just kind of naturally leave reviews. With reselling, it doesn't really matter if they leave reviews. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. When there is when a customer places an order, you can go in and there's a button that says request review. It's not a bad idea if you have no storefront reviews till you get one, then it doesn't really matter after that. Let's see. Got banned through entire Q4. Damn, you missed a little bit of a party there. But yeah, whatever reason they banned you for, just keep appealing that. There's also companies that can help you appeal whatever they were on to you for. Probably just need to keep submitting like documents to prove that your stuff is not fake. SellerAmp and Keepa, yeah, not exactly. You live in Michigan, does it work here? Yep. Yeah, it works anywhere in the US. Most countries have Amazon. Even if you don't have Amazon in your country, you can get a prep center in the US and sell products in the US market. Yeah, there's no reason there. You're a beginner. Should you start with SellerAmp as a beginner? Yeah. So that's how you'll like source all your products. So there's an app you can go like scan stuff at your local retail store, or the Chrome extension. You can source products online. Yeah, just look up SellerAmp product sourcing on YouTube. How many listings on Amazon are reseller friendly? I'm not sure like percentage wise, but last time I checked, there was about 800,000 products that sell at least 30 times a month. Amazon doesn't sell, the brand doesn't sell, and yeah, I think that's it. Also have three reviews and at least a 3-star rating. So that would be like 800,000 total products that would be good for us to sell if we can get the right pricing on it, basically. Yeah. So they still a blue ocean of opportunity to take advantage of. Let's see. Possible to be negative if you don't profit more than the monthly cost. Maybe for like month 1, that could happen if you like send a bunch of products to Amazon and they're still like checking in and that kind of stuff. But you'd have to have bought really bad items or like be trying to because storage fees are really not too much. They're like less than $1 per cubic foot outside of now that we're outside of Q4. So it's pretty cheap for storage. It's like over double during the holiday season, just because warehouses get really busy. So right now it's not really a big deal. Let's see. Is it okay to buy from closeout or liquidation suppliers? I would not, just because a lot of those suppliers might not have proper documentation to show you where they bought from, or Amazon might not trust those suppliers. So yeah. Yeah, for sure, Gina. Is it too late to get into the Amazon game? I would not be dumping 6 figures a month into products if I thought that it was a dying opportunity. I wouldn't be hopping on here helping out new sellers if I thought it was a dying opportunity. So yeah, use your better judgment. There's still lots of guys and gals jumping in and making money on Amazon. As long as you're willing to work hard, that's the big thing. Don't expect it to be free money or passive income or super easy. As long as you're willing to work hard, you'll be fine. Let's see. You want to get into it? Yeah, David. So I got a bunch of free resources to start with. So you guys on TikTok, up in my bio is a free course. The Amazon Launchpad is a bunch of documents, videos, that kind of stuff to help you like learn to do everything. And then there's also a 4-hour-long free course on my YouTube. So Fields of Profit on YouTube. Just kind of learn for free, and then drop any questions on those videos as you're watching and that kind of thing. Yeah, Lisette. So Keepa, Keepa, and SellerAmp for sourcing. So just SellerAmp. And then those are what you use for product sourcing, and then Boxem for product listing, tracking profit, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Largest FBA shipment you've sent? Like a few thousand units, like 3,000 units or so on some big like wholesale orders I placed before. Yeah, I typically will just send as many shipments as possible. Whenever we have 50 or 100 pounds at the prep center, we're just going to get that shipped out as fast as possible, because items sitting in your bedroom or sitting at the warehouse, that kind of thing, they do not make money sitting there. So just prioritize making as many shipments as possible. Yeah, Gregory. So rename the file, add tracking information, add a picture of the item, and then just keep opening new cases, and you'll be good. Yeah. Let's see. They said they were the author. Did not ask for a refund. Interesting, Wendy. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, it won't affect me, okay, because I just buy name brand stuff. So yeah, just if you just do like reselling or wholesale or arbitrage, then you don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. When you were handling shipping in the beginning, what shipping service do you use? Yeah, so you'll use Boxem to create the shipments, Chief. You like punch everything in, say how much you're paying. It'll help you print your labels and all that kind of stuff. It'll kind of walk you through the process. Just look up like Boxem shipment guide if you want to learn how to like make a shipment. And then it usually costs about 60 cents a pound to ship to Amazon. So we got like nice discounted rates through Amazon. So shipping's not as big of a deal. As I definitely thought it would be like really expensive when I was starting out. So it's about 60 cents a pound, as long as you're filling up boxes to around 50 pounds or so, which, if you're buying a few products, buying 10 of this, 20 of that kind of thing. Absolutely. Sweet. You guys got lots of good questions. So I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap up here for the day, though. Got some other stuff I got to take care of. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. If you're trying to learn for free, next Wednesday, I'm also doing a free live class. So that's also up in my bio if you guys are on TikTok. And then I'll just put it in the YouTube chat down here. So free live class on next week. Will be 2 hours long, basically the best free Amazon content on the internet. And then if you want to learn in the short term, check out the YouTube channel, dive into the 4-hour free course, mini courses, all that kind of stuff. Just learn for free, kind of get the reps in. Get SellerAmp, get Boxem, so you can start like learning the business, like using the proper tools. And yeah, I'll see you guys again